So today in the shop, we have this Tesla in here for some PPF damage work. You can see right there. This was actually done by another shop. We did not do this car originally. A couple concerns I have looking here at this vehicle. You can see a significant color difference between this quarter panel, this bumper right here may have been repainted. Before we remove this film, we have the client sign a waiver. We make sure they're fully educated that if this was indeed a repaint, there's a very high chance, depending on how the body shop painted it, whoever did the repair work, that we might pull and damage paint from here when removing the film. So something we like to educate our clients to make sure they're fully well aware of before we do any PPF removal work. So without further ado, let's remove this bumper right here and see, is there any actual paint damage and do we damage the paint in the process during the removal? Before we remove the film on this bumper right here, something you should know about this particular Tesla, this was actually not wrapped by us. This was actually done by another very reputable shop here in San Diego. Clients had several issues with this particular company, so they are not bringing it back. And judging by their installation work, you can see here, I can see why they're not bringing it back. So for removing the film right here, we're using a heat gun to basically help soften up the film to help minimize the chance of any paint damage right here. So we're going through our process here, heating it up, pulling it off, and seeing what we really have to work with here. Now, as you guys can see, adhesive is left behind on the paint. I don't think there's any actual paint damage, and you can see here the film is actually ripped. There are several areas where it's actually ripped through the film. But again, I think this is just adhesive resin, maybe a little bit of paint damage right there. But I believe this is all just going to be adhesive residue. Let's clean this up right now and find out. For cleaning up the adhesive left behind, we use a dedicated adhesive remover to safely remove it. So now that film has been removed, adhesive is all cleaned up, we can get a real good idea of what's going on with the paint here. And it just might be, yeah, one little nick down there at the bottom. You can see where this film got damaged really bad. It's probably where it went fully through. And then up at the top right here, this is the other one. You can see a couple little nicks where the bumper actually protrudes out right here. So where it sticks out, it just bumped whatever it hit, and you can see a little bit of paint damage there. I'm gonna give my client a call, see how they wanna proceed with this right here, and then we'll go from there. So just spoke with the client about this right here. They wanna proceed as follows. We're going to basically continue removing the rest of the film. We're going to clean up. I have a couple little specialty tools we can use to clean this up a little bit, those couple tiny little nicks. And then we're gonna clean prep everything, lay some new film on here, and then my client will be good to go. So we are wrapping up the finishing touches here on this bumper. If you look really close where that damage used to be, we got a couple small, tiny little nicks there, and then there was the one tiny one down there. But when you stand back just like this, you don't even notice it. Massive, massive transformation on this right here. Also, the little details you guys saw on the shop that did the other install on it here, they had this weird little funky cutout where you had the gloss showing. Look at that, just a little bit of moisture there, still fresh, still have to do some final touches, but there's no gloss showing. This is all matte, all the way down. Still some water there, but look at that. Super clean install, done up very, very nice. So if you guys happen to have a Tesla or another car you want to get protected, whether it's a nice matte finish like this, or you want to do a nice gloss finish, we got you covered. Hit us up, Cruising California Auto Detailing, where with us, it's all about the little details.